What is going on, everybody? Sorry, I'm gotta fix my lighting setup yet. I've been working on a new background and changing it up for everybody. We won't do much tonight since Super Bowl Sunday. But let's see who pops in here. I've got two winners for the Titan mugs. I guess I should grab one of them. Oh, who is out there right now? Hopefully you can hear me and see me okay. I know this camera right now is horrible. It's just my laptop camera. I have plans to fix this much better. The next one. Let's see if that helps any. Whew. It is Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. Yeah, I know my timing isn't great. There's a reason for that. Dave is super hungover today. We had a party last night, and yeah, I'm feeling the effects of that one. So yeah, I know my timing isn't great, but like I said, we'll keep this short. I wanted to say hi to everybody, and we're trying to continue these Sunday chats. Sorry, James, that's all right. Yeah, I know it's like in about 10 minutes. I don't know what the situation is, but anyway, so I wanted to get in Chicago Auto Show real quick and just touch base with everybody. We'll be up there Wednesday night, Thursday for the show, and we come back home late Friday. We will be covering Nissan for that. We are expecting Nissan to talk about their new drivetrain in the 2020 Titan. No, in the Frontier that they're doing. It's a one-off deal. They're kind of teasing us a little bit for the 2021, which I think we'll see later this year, probably this summer is I think when they're gonna probably want to release it. But kind of curious. I have a feeling they're going to do some little build. Last year they did a little DJ Rogue Sport. Oh, Ronald, dude, you don't have to do that, man. I appreciate all the super chat there, buddy. We were definitely like I said, this is just like hungover Dave's trying to do something today. I love my new skateboard, man. It was awesome. I forget the company that did that. It took forever to get though. So Ronald, I appreciate that, man. Hopefully you're not on the boat right now. My buddy Ronald there is out on the you do cruise directing or something. Like Ronald's big time on them boats. But Ron, thank you so much, buddy. I do appreciate that. All this money that we do collect is for our travel fund, so we do definitely appreciate that. So we have a couple mugs to give away, and I'm gonna do this in about 5 minutes after I wrap this up. But Chicago Auto Show, once again, I'm looking to basically they're going to do something like they did that little Rogue Sport DJ. They'll have something kind of silly that way. And that's about, I think, the extent of Nissan. Obviously, the 2020 Titan will be there. And I've been in all the Titans, but it'll be nice to cover it in kind of a nice lighting situation. And if you guys have any questions on the new Titan, if there's something specific that you want me to kind of cover on that, please let me know. You can direct message me on Facebook. Or Instagram or NissanNationPodcast@gmail.com. I will be happy to do my best to cover that, whatever is at the auto show for you. I'm going to try to do live stuff with YouTube. Since we're new to hitting 1,000 subs, YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subs to do the live stuff. And unfortunately, the app hasn't caught up with my 1,000 subs. So I used to do it. Used to have to hit 100. We did all kinds of live video this past week or this past year, and then they changed it midstream on us and kind of F that up a little bit. But once again, Ronald, I appreciate that a lot, man. I really do. So obviously the 2020 Ultima will be there. All the 2020 stuff. This is the kickoff of the show season. So Nissan will have all their new things there. I haven't got to firsthand see the Sentra yet, so I'm kind of excited to see the Sentra, even though it's they're all the same anymore. Like, I spent time in the Versa, and I do hope to do a review on the Sentra coming up. So, hey, Nissan, expected my emails on that. But I appreciate Eric. He always sends cars over, and I do appreciate that. But before I get rid of the Titan's the next one I want to do a review on, because I want to do a side-by-side comparison. I want to put my 17 next to a 2020 and just basically video you and show you literally the differences that they've done, man, because they've done quite a bit of update into the 2020 Titans. And if you've watched my first review video, you'll understand that I went through it pretty good. And my dog's about to go nuts here. But I would like to honestly like have them side by side. It'd be cool if I could get another black truck to look like the 2020 black Pro 4X next to my 17 Pro 4X. Once again, Dave is hung over. I don't recommend partying at an older age anymore. But obviously, I am a Bengals fan, so we don't know what Super Bowls are, and I know a lot of you are wanting to get to the Super Bowl and check that out. Well, we know what Super Bowls are in the 80s, so 81 and 89. It's the last Super Bowls we sniffed. What team are you guys going for? I predicted the score. Our first ever podcast, it's our first podcast. Me and Danny was New England, and I forget who. It might have been the New England Seattle game. I forget. 2015 is when we did that. And what's up, Isaac? And I somehow predicted the score. And this game here, particularly tonight, is going to be a difficult one to choose. My heart wants to go with Kansas City just because they haven't been to the Super Bowl in so long. But I don't know, man. The defense of the 49ers, I don't know, guys. Give me a comment below. If you guys in the comment below while this stream is going live, if you predict the score, I will throw something fun from the box of NMP gear we have over there. I will throw something your way if you predict the score, and I'll reach out somehow to you, and we'll have fun with this, right? Because that's what this is about. So let me know what is the final score, because I'm going to say I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I want to say 41-38 Chiefs is what I'm going to say. So 41-38, and I'll put this on Facebook as well. I'll have some fun with this. But that's kind of my thoughts. Now, since I know this is Super Bowl and everybody's wanting to get to that stuff, which I do not blame you, I have two winners that I picked for the mugs. We did a randomly chosen thing, and normally I kind of show that, but I'll be honest, like Dave is hungover. You're like, please shut up. Nobody cares. Oh, where's it at? All right. So, winner number one, I'm going to butcher your name, so I apologize for that. It is Shirley Kavine. Once again, I know I'm butchering this. I'm going to type it right here. How about that? So, winner one, Shirley. And you guys will be like, dude, this is how you say that name. And I'll be like, what? You'd think I've done lots of public speaking in my life, but man, I always butcher people's names. Let's see here. And you can't butcher this one. So let's see. Winner two is Brad Stevenson. So these were chosen if you'd linked a friend on Facebook is how we did this. So these two people, I will reach out to you on Facebook unless you're on here, and we'll send these awesome Titan mugs your way. And they have these nice little Yeti lids and nice Titan mug that Nissan gave us, and we'll get those right out. Sorry, I'll wrap this up. Obviously, you probably watched my video on the Nissan ordeal and how they're laying everybody off. It's affected Middle Tennessee here a lot. I'm a part of a private group of current and ex-employees, and as being an ex-employee, that's how I'm in there. And it bums me out, man. I know right now they're offering buyouts to people 52 and older. And the last time they did this in 08 or 09, poor dog. They got more buyouts than they were expecting. There was quite a few people who were like, at the time, I think they were offering up to $125,000 or something. It was all dependent on how long you'd worked for the company. And I remember the plant got way more buyouts than they were expecting. So they had to find a bunch of good labor again. So that was a bummer for them. What's up, Mike? Nope. Thanks for joining in, Mike. Mike, once again, I'm a Bengals fan, so we don't know what Super Bowls are. But It really has, and I feel for people in Canton because I know Canton, Mississippi, they're about to get, they're going to have a round of layoffs, and also Deckard, the motor plant, and just the people at HQ here right down the road. They oh, that's nice score, man. I probably went too high, Isaac. I probably went too high. But once again, I do feel for the people that are losing their jobs, and luckily it's a pretty good economy right now. So hopefully people can bounce right back, and Nissan's going to bounce back too, guys. I don't want anybody, like, I know with the Carlos Ghosn thing, he like put it in people's heads that they're going to be bankrupt in 2 years or whatever. And for one, F that dude, because like that's just him being arrogant, and Ghosn would be responsible for all this. Like, I don't know how he doesn't think he wouldn't be responsible for basically crap in the company. But anyways, I want to tell you guys not to worry, because I know I've seen people like freaking out already, like, will parts be available for my trucks and this and that? And it's like, you're not going anywhere, guys. Even if they had to restructure the company a little bit, it's going to be around. It's not like GM and the big three were at the time when they were so in debt and owed everybody money that they couldn't pay their bills. Nissan still can pay their bills. They're doing the smart thing and trimming some fat right now so they can bounce back bigger and better. So once again, if you have anything you want me to look at Chicago, I'll be posting pictures up. Watch our Facebook and Instagram pages for lots of pictures that'll pop up. And once again, I will have probably a video Thursday night that'll pop up from the auto show, and that will. Hi, wife. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
But we will have a video that should pop up late Thursday night from Chicago of the trip. And Kelly, how hungover are we?
We don't recover like we used to.
Yeah. Hey, look, Ronald sent us $20, man.
Hey, that's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Ronald's been a huge supporter of.
We don't need that.
But Ronald's been a huge supporter, and I do appreciate that a lot.
That's
man.
awesome. We appreciate you. Thank
you. And Ronald sent us a cool picture. I put it on Instagram of where he had his phone in the beaches of Hawaii with where he was listening to the podcast in the beaches of Hawaii. It was like the coolest picture ever. So I do appreciate that.
So we really have fun global.
Joe, when do we leave Chicago? Late Sunday night, or
No,
I'm sorry, Friday night.
See, he's so hungover.
Yeah.
We leave for Chicago Wednesday morning, and then we come back Friday night.
Right. And yeah, hopefully Nissan. I know they've been kind of hush about it, and I should get something in the emails probably Wednesday, kind of what their plans are. So I can't let people. There'll be an embargo.
He'll share what he can share.
Can't let people know, but we'll definitely go around. And honestly, we're going to go around and check the other brands too to see how Nissan's comparing right now with the other brands. We're kicking off a Truck Life podcast. If you don't know, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's one there with nothing on it currently, but we do plan to have that because me and Danny are wanting to talk all things trucks and SUVs too.
You're so slow.
What?
You're so slow.
Where?
I'm just saying you're so slow.
New Nissan Super Bowl commercial? Probably not, Joe. I don't think they're into. I don't think honestly, unless they were to tease the Frontier, there's nothing that I could see them teasing right now. You know, in 2016 they did tease the Maxima, so maybe they do something. I don't know because they just talked about like they're killing their marketing budget, and I know us in the States here are like marketing. I didn't know they did that. So if you're cutting that in half, it might be a problem. Yeah, I don't know if the Super Bowl makes sense. But we leave to Chicago Wednesday morning, early Wednesday morning, and we fly back. Why, Joe? Are you casing our house?
There'll be somebody here.
Please don't. I'm taking all my video gear, so there's nothing
right.
There. Oh, dude. Nope. Don't do that. I appreciate that, Mike. Nope.
You're awesome.
You are awesome, man. And guys, I do appreciate all the super chat stuff, and it honestly goes to, we're not trying to make this some big YouTuber channel where we're living off of YouTube, because for one, we're a Nissan channel. Right. so we probably know better than that, but I do appreciate all that. And the money does go towards traveling to either get me and Danny together or something, or obviously Chicago is a little too late for that one, but we do appreciate that. And the biggest way, if you're watching this and going, hey, how can I help support the show? Hitting subscribe really does make a difference, because I'll be honest, we're making about $1.50 a day on YouTube right now. So
it's more than we were making before we hit 1,000, though.
It is, and
eventually it'll pay for the hosting.
Yeah, 5 years of hosting. But yeah, I do appreciate all the. We're not doing this obviously for the money. It just does help offset cost of what we do and how we cover it. So Kelly, Chicago Auto Show, where are we going to eat in Chicago?
Oh, we're totally hitting Giordano's while we're there.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite place. That's honestly, I know there's some Geno's folks out there that absolutely love Geno's.
Ronald.
Aw, you totally didn't. Aw, thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I know it's like a Geno's or Giordano's versus Geno's, and I've not had Geno's. I've only had Giordano's, so Giordano's is where it's at for me.
And I've never been to Chicago. It's the one place I've always wanted to go and never been.
We've actually talked about, like, way back in the day when flights were like $19. Legit, they were $19 from Nashville to Chicago.
Flying up a day.
Way.
We thought about
we talked about flying up a day, grabbing a pizza, and getting back on the plane and coming back home the same day. We just never made it work because life happens, but whatever.
Yeah. So we're taking we fly into the airport up north, right?
We fly into Midway, and then we're going to bring
the L train.
I'm going to show this one what it's like to travel.
Subways. It's kind of
Subway. It's the L.
The race train.
I've been up there myself, and I've traveled myself. I've done the subways in New York and stuff like that too by myself, so I'm not worried about it. He actually has made me more worried about us traveling public transit than I have. So
well,
I did it as a single girl. So
everything you hear in Chicago right now is it's a little pew-pewy.
We're just wanting to stay away from the coronavirus while we're in Chicago. That's all we're worried about. Like the first person-to-person contact in Chicago happened.
Yeah. Well, let's not create a panic here.
No, we're not creating a panic.
You know how far this podcast goes out. Let's see. Remember the days of Insanely? Yes, that was awesome.
I used to fly to Detroit for $39 each way. It was amazing.
Yeah, fly. I've bitched about that for a while. How many cars, especially SUVs, do they need in each segment? And if you look at, they price everything. It's like $1,000 price point each car. It's I don't know. It's some economics game that I don't think most people get, and I think it overwhelms you at dealerships. Like if you were having to choose right now between an Altima and a Rogue, how would you choose? I mean, they're basically the same class car, but then you go Rogue Sport versus Sentra. You're like, it's so overwhelming price options. Like the idea right now of just going, well, I want to spend this amount and I want either a car or SUV. Like you could be like, you have 1,000 options. And Nissan is actually, it's part of their kind of trimming the fat is they're trying to do away with a few extra options like that, where they slim down the S, the SB and stuff. This is what you get. So it's more streamlined because I know with the Pathfinder versus the JX30, well, it's not JX35 anymore. It's JX60 Infinity. Like there's times where you can get a more expensive Pathfinder than its cousin that's the Infinity.
Which is just dumb.
Yeah, and I mean basically they're the same vehicle. Now I will say, working for Nissan, they build the Infinity in Smyrna, Tennessee. I was amazed when I worked there when they brought the Infinity into the plant that there is definitely a quality difference. Like the quality control that they go through with Infinity is like, I couldn't believe it. Like we would build center consoles. I didn't. I was in different part of the plant, but they would build center consoles, and it was like they had cameras for the Infinity that would go through inside the consoles, like checking everything. It was nuts. Yes, the Infinities, like finally Infinities, if they're going to stick with the Q, let's just stick with the Qs. But yeah, over the years, it's been stupid.
All over the place.
And that was confusing launch because it was JX35. And then I think a year and a half later, when they changed it to the QX60 and like dealers had to be like, what the F is going on here? But all right, guys. So I greatly appreciate all the super chats. I do appreciate that. Ronald, we actually have a little package coming out for you anyways. And if you don't know, and Ronald can speak up to this, we have a Patreon account. Once again, the money's collected just goes to the travel fund, so we can cover your favorite brand. And that's, if you want to support us that way, we appreciate it. I'm not going to beg for money by any means, because I appreciate when y'all do this out of the goodness of your heart. So I do appreciate you guys, the way you supported us, especially since we've really launched you on YouTube. should have an interview coming out on the audio side. I believe it's going to be Mike Note this time because Mike, I don't think I got your interview out. But the actual audio podcast now, guys, we're moving to more focus to YouTube. But that doesn't mean our audio side goes away. It's strictly for interviews now. So you'll still get a little Dave and Danny, and sometimes Holden when we can pry him away from the gym. If you follow Holden, he's always working out. But that's really what the audio side now is going to be. So we're trying to get the latest and greatest from movers and shakers at Nissan to do that. We have plans to be in Atlanta in end of February, early March, because Z1 and Z1 Offroad, they keep bugging us to come down and see their potential new shop. So we're going to cover that. So if you're a Z fan, we do have that coming. And of course, they're getting into off-road too. So I'm kind of excited to have a one-on-one and see what their plans are. Plus, the Nissan Warrior concept is down there, and who wouldn't want to go sit in a $500 to $1 million concept vehicle, right?
Right.
And maybe push the start button.
I don't know what you do that.
Anyways, all right, guys. So let's go watch the big game once again. I'm gonna put it on our YouTube or our Facebook. We'll start people predicting the game scores, and once again, we'll drag something. If you predict it dead on, I'll find something in the old the NMP store, the treat box.
The treat drawer.
Yeah, and we'll send it to y'all. So from all things Nissan here in my,
did you give this away?
We did.
I missed it.
All things Nissan here in my ever-changing office.
Mm-hmm.
This has been your Nissan Nation podcast, obviously with Dave and now Kelly. Oh, and by the way, Kelly's coming to the channel. She's gonna have. There's some. I do want some of these things from a lady's perspective, like maybe the next Titan and stuff. And she drives my Titan more than I do.
I do. So. You've probably heard it. I've driven probably 80% of the miles on the truck. I've probably driven, well, maybe not 80, maybe 75 because of the trips and stuff.
Oh, that's a question popped in. Price increase on the Titan more than $5,000. Yeah, that was a bit more than I think most people were expecting. But I will say for that $5,000, and it does put them in line with everybody else. You're getting a lot of safety in that, like the safety shield and all that is before you like kind of frown on it, go test drive one and see like how the safety shield stuff works, because you got to see it in the Versa.
Yeah, I saw it in the Versa. It's scary because I'm kind of a control freak, so it's scary letting that foot off the pedal and letting the car do it. But it's legit. It's pretty awesome when it does it, for sure. But yeah, we'll do our OJ. We'll keep our mask on if available. All that fun stuff. I see that was a recommendation in the chat there.
So for all things Nissan here in Middle Tennessee, the world you're watching us, this has been your Nissan Nation Sunday Live Chat with Dave and now Kelly. Peace, everybody. Thank y'all for joining, and thank you so much for all the super chats, guys. Thank you. Awesome.
Bye, guys.